Shuckalugga kapow! How's it going, old schoolers? You're kicking it old school with Russell J.S., and I am your host, Russell J.S. Tonight, I am going to go ahead on Kicking It Old School. I'm going to do a live album versus live album. I am going to pin AC/DC If You Want Blood, You Got It versus Blue Oyster Cult Some Enchanted Evening. Now, here's the thing. I went ahead and counted off all the songs that were on If You Want Blood, You Got It. There's 10 songs, and there's only 7 songs on Some Enchanted Evening. But however, thanks to Columbia Records, who at the time was in charge of Blue Oyster Cult's recordings in their heyday, they were reissuing and remastering some of Blue Oyster Cult's old, what do you call it, their catalog, which they went ahead and came up with a remastered version of Some Enchanted Evening. So I went ahead and I took it upon myself to borrow 3 extra tracks from a live recording. This, if you ever get a chance, pick this up, this edition. The CD has more tracks on it than the original recording, and it has a bonus live DVD. Sadly, Godzilla or Don't Fear the Reaper ain't on this, but, you know, still, you gotta pick this up. Now, thing is, I mean, here I am doing a review on a live AC/DC album. This was AC/DC's, believe it or not, for some of you who are about my age, this is AC/DC's actual first live recording. And what happened was I didn't know of anything about AC/DC until 1990's Razor's Edge and 1992's Live. And the thing is, I didn't know who Bon Scott was. I didn't know who Angus Young was. At the time I first heard of AC/DC, I was 13 years old, and I was really discovering, you know, more and more into hard rock. And look at this, I'm prepared. AC/DC hat, Blue Oyster Cult t-shirt. I'm ready to go. Are you ready to go? Without further ado, let's see how these bad Oscars rank out, shall we? I got my book here, and I am ready to go. I just got to go ahead and get to the page of where I listed this. I've got a lot of stuff. Not only do I have to, write up, because I got some other album versus albums ready. Now, here we go. This is album versus album, track by track, AC/DC If You Want Blood, You Got It versus Blue Oyster Cult, Some Enchanted Evening. All right, Riff Raff versus Are You Ready to Rock? You know, I do think Are You Ready to Rock kicks butt, and, you know, it's a great anthem, kind of like, you know, Rock and Roll All Night, but I have to go with Riff Raff. Hell Ain't a Bad Place to Be versus ETI. Oh, This Hurts. I like the studio version of ETI way better, so I have to give it to AC/DC. Bad Boy Boogie versus Astronomy. Hey man, I like them both, even the live versions, so I'm giving them both a point. The Jack versus Kick Out the Jams. Jack is an awesome, really groovin', jazzy, bluesy, sleazy, killer song. And Kick Out the Jams, despite the fact it's a cover of an MC5 tune, BOC really do it good justice, so I love both tracks. I'm going to give them each a point. Problem Child versus Godzilla. Ugh. Yeah, this is going to hurt me on BOC, because Godzilla, despite the fact the song Godzilla was actually my introduction to Blue Oyster Cult, when I think it was either the TBS Superstation or the Sci-Fi Channel, they were hosting a Godzilla movie marathon, and in the ad, they were playing this song. It's a really good song. I love the way the musicianship goes on it, but you know what? I'm sorry, Blue Oyster Cult. I have to give it to AC/DC. This is hurting. Whole Lot of Rosie versus Don't Fear the Reaper. Now, yeah, everybody knows about the More Cowbell on Saturday Night Live. You know, dunk, 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 dunk. I mean, Don't Fear the Reaper to me is the most unique song ever in hard rock and heavy metal to ever be penned. And Whole Lot of Rosie, it's raunchy, it's loud, it's fast. You know what? I'm giving them both a point. Oh boy, this is really hurting. I mean, we got AC/DC at 6 points and Oyster Cult at 3. I thought Oyster Cult would really be ranking up there as much as I love BOC. Rock and Roll Damnation versus We Gotta Get Out of This Place. You know, We Gotta Get Out of This Place, that's a cover of an Animals song, and I love the way BOC does it. Rock and Roll Damnation, I like the studio version, so I'm giving that point to BOC. High Voltage versus Harvester of Eyes. Now, I love the way, I mean, I love all of AC/DC's music. I'm not going to deny that AC/DC has any bad songs. Same thing with BOC. But you know what? You see, Harvester of Eyes is one of 3 of the tracks I added on here. So, and I love them both, so they each get a point. Let There Be Rock versus This Ain't the Summer of Love. You know, yes. You know, I got to give them a point each. Yup, I love them both. Oh boy. Now, last but not least, we've got Rocker versus 5 Guitars. I like the studio version of Rocker way better, so 5 Guitars takes that point. And now, the judgment of this. Who is the winner? And let's see, we've got AC/DC with 8 points, Blue Oyster Cult with 7, and the winner is AC/DC. You know, I would have thought that Blue Oyster Cult would have really, you know, either they would have tied and I'd have to flip a quarter, or, you know, or Blue Oyster Cult would take the win, but it looks like AC/DC took the win on this. And, you know, well, I have been busy. I'm on the verge of making a weekly JS video soon, another one, because I did one last weekend. But, you know, as you know, I got laid off from my job and I got let go from my part-time job at the movie theater. And, you know, I went through a drastic shift in my life. But all is well, I have a new job now. And, you know, I had a lot of plans. I didn't cancel them. I pretty much postponed them. You see, plans don't really get canceled unless, you know, you don't want it that bad. But you know what? I'm just postponing them for now. I mean, I was in August, you know, this week when I'd take my vacation.